Alright guys, this is video 2 of 3 videos about the email addresses with Orthodox Daily Hosting. I just left off when we were talking about like a domain name with the free gigabyte of space for each domain name. So we've launched into the email control center, which you can see in the top left corner. It's kind of grayed or behind the pop-up window, but we are in the email control center. I've popped up this pop-up by clicking on the gold add button on the right side. And at this point, I would just decide to add in an email address. And then I'm just going to give it some kind of password here. Go ahead and confirm the password. One thing that I just like to take a second to explain to you is on the Advanced tab, if you choose this or click this, this is where you would actually forward your emails. So for example, I have a couple of other brands. One is plugin for WordPress.com, which is basically a site that I review WordPress plugins on, and I have an email address associated with that domain name, but I don't always check it. So I've forwarded it to my personal Gmail account because I don't want to have to check it every day. So if you don't check it every day, and you really just want to have this for branding purposes or for people to contact you through your website or it's on your business card, this Advanced tab is where you would actually type in the email address of where you wanted this forward to. Don't worry about the SMTP relays per day or anything else. You would just click OK at that point. So back to settings. I've set up the email address. I've clicked OK. It's processing, and of course the passwords don't match. Okay, and I've processed it, so now let's just go ahead and you can see it says pending setup right here, and I'm going to click F5 and refresh my screen, and it's still pending setup. It takes about 5 minutes. Okay, once that's done, let's go back and set up a few more email addresses using the 100 megabytes of space. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this actually. So we'll click Setup, and for the hosting, it's always going to be the domain name that is the primary domain name on the hosting account. You're not going to see a lot of options unless you have more than one hosting. So I've just toggled that down to show you that it's just one option if you have one hosting account. Click Setup. Okay, it lets you know that it has been set up. Exit out of that. Go ahead and hit F5 on your keyboard again and refresh. Click on the toggle down for email again, and here now you can see new account, email, free hosting, 100 megabytes, reoccurring. Go ahead and launch that. It opens up into a new tab in your browser, and at this point you can see that you've got one domain name here, you've got another domain name here with their respective email addresses, and now at the bottom you see it says 0 used and 100 available. So again, 100 email addresses are available, but there's only 100 megabytes of space. So you could have 1 megabyte of space per email, and you could have 99 of them for free. I don't want to do that. I want to set up 20 megabytes of space. So I'm going to click Add. Then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just add another email address here, and type in a password of my choosing. Okay, and I'm not going to be advancing it to another email or whatnot. I'm going to say 20 megabytes. I'm going to click OK. Alright, and now that's pending setup. And you can see that the other one is actually active. Go ahead and hit F5 again. It's just one of the things that I do to refresh. Excuse me, and okay, it's still pending setup, but that's fine. So that's how you set up the hosting free email addresses with the 100 megabytes of storage space. All right, thanks, and we'll see you on the last video.